Hey, good morning guys. Paul here with Rodriguez Pool Service, and I hope the best for every single one of you guys in your business. Now, one thing I want to tell you that's going to save you a lot of trouble later on in the future is for you to price yourself right. I already have a video on how to price your pool service, but I'm going to go a little step beyond that to help you prepare for the future. If you start out with the way that I told you, which is calling several companies around and finding out what they're charging, you're off to a good start. But to get you to the next step, to put you in a good place for success, if you plan on expanding your business, is that before you actually hire your first guy, you need to raise your prices. Whenever you reach that point where you say, hey, I'm as busy as I can be, I need to get some help. Before you even get help, just raise your prices. Go to all your customers and say, hey, we're going to raise our prices $5 per service, not per month, per service or per week, which is probably going to be around $20 or $25 depending on what you're going to do. But we're going to raise our price by this and by this much by this certain date. Give them plenty of notice, maybe a month ahead. That way they can take their time and budget and talk to their spouses and whatever they have to do. But do this and raise your prices before you even hire someone. The reason that you want to do this is because the moment you raise your prices, you're going to lose a little bit of customers. You're not going to lose that much. Trust me when I say this. Everyone's scared of doing price increases, even myself. Not so much anymore, because I know what I've done it several times and I know what I can expect each time I send a price increase. A very few amount of customers leave. Last year I sent about 60 price increases, and I think I lost about 5 customers. And they were all $20 to $40 increases, which is substantial. So for only 5 people to leave, you know, that's nothing. And when you do this price increase, at the end of the day, even with the customers you lose, because the other 50, 60, 80, however many customers you have decided to stay, it actually balances out. So you have less work and making the same amount of money. But the message here is that by doing this, it gives you some extra time before you need to hire someone. Hey, you might lose 5 customers, but that leaves you space now for 5 new customers at the higher rate. And by doing this, you're going to set yourself up for when you do finally need to actually hire someone, you just raised your rates. You're in a much better financial spot to be able to afford a good wage for them, be able to pay their workers' comp, be able to pay their truck insurance if you're providing truck. All this stuff that's super important to run a legitimate business, you're gonna be set up for if you do it this way. So just take that into consideration. Take what I'm saying, because had I done this from the beginning, I would have saved headaches. The company itself would have been a lot more smoother transition. There would have been smoother transitions in between doing all this stuff, which it's something I didn't have. And I'm still a little bit struggling with, not so much anymore, but I did struggle with it until barely the last few months, trying to figure all this stuff out last minute. So again, before you actually go out there and hire someone because you say, I have too much work, I don't want to lose customers, so I'm just going to hire someone. When you hire someone, it affects you in so many ways. Like I said, payroll taxes, your employer taxes that you have to pay, workers' comp, the truck, again, you have to add a new driver, so that adds to your insurance cost. It affects you in much more than what you just see as an hourly rate. It's not just the hourly rate. It affects many areas. So raise your prices first, and then when you fill up again, hire someone, and you'll be in such a good spot. This is all I want to say to you guys. It's going to help you out if you're just starting out. If you're maybe in the space where you might need help pretty soon, do this, and you'll thank me later for it. Maybe you don't understand it right now. Maybe I didn't do a good job at explaining it, but hopefully it did make sense, and hopefully you do follow this advice, and you'll be in such a good spot, and you'll thank me down the road. So appreciate you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.